Good evening, members. This is Group 1, Group C. Today I'm going to share to you one of the learning tools in class, and that is the use of Realia in teaching or training. So I'll first introduce you to this by giving you a definition of what is a Realia. So a Realia is a real thing that provides learners with the most complete direct learning experience that helps learners see the real-life application of a given study. Examples include tools and equipments, machine, animals and plants, apparatus in the labs, etc. So what are some of the advantages of using this kind of teaching aid? So the first one is that it motivates and sustains learners in class. Number two, they increases learners' application in using various senses such as seeing, touching, etc. And then number three, they provide learners with complete learning experiences. So I'll look at some of the disadvantages of this kind of teaching aid. The first one is that it is expensive to acquire sometimes because some of this kind of the some of the realia uh, teaching aids are expensive to acquire. For example, if you are to use an aeroplane, then it means you have to use a lot of money to buy one. Number two, some of them are dangerous and harmful to humans, so it becomes difficult for you to handle them. And then number three, uh, remote to be available. So some of them are not easily available for use in class. Uh, then we decided to use a switch and in our class discussion. So a switch is a tool which is used in networking. So I will define what is networking. Networking refers to first, I'll start with the word network. Network is just a set of computers or electronic devices connected together so as to share data. Number two, I'll look at the word networking. So networking, it means that it is the practice of transporting and exchanging data between nodes over a shared medium in an information system. A node is any device for networking. Uh, so what are the devices which we use in networking? The first one is a hub, a router, a modem, a repeater, and a network switch. So in our case, we decided to use a network switch. So a network switch is a device in a computer network that connects other devices. Uh, so a switch can be used to share files. They can also be used to share computer resources, for example, the printers, etc. So I've shown you some of the the resources which can be used or which can be connected to a switch for sharing. For example, we have we have the requirements here. We need to have a switch. We have to have two Ethernet cables. We have two laptops and a file folder. So this one is what we shall be using to illustrate or to show how we can share this folder in the two different laptops. Uh, so what are the steps? The first one is to connect your laptop on the switch, and then you connect the one end of the other internet Ethernet cable to the laptop and the other end to the switch, and then you power the devices, configure the devices, and then you test the connectivity by pinging, and then lastly you transfer the files. Lastly, what are some of the advantages of using this kind of devices? So the first one is increasing capacity, whereby we say there is an increment with accessibility of data transfer capacity. Number two, there is increase in availability of bandwidth in the network, and then they reduce burden, loosen or standing burden on individual hosts, and also they are more secure. It is isolated data with isolated data will go only to the destination. What are the disadvantages of using a switch? They have high maintenance demand, but they are also costly for the initial purchase. And then next, they need proper planning. And lastly, the issue in traffic broadcast. So that is my presentation for Group 1. Hope you've really enjoyed. Thank you.